Meanwhile, the US made it 3 wins out of 3 in the Olympics. Rodman would open the scoring just before the break. VAR broke, but in the end, the goal was given. Albert then would get the second for the US. A late consolation for Australia is all that it proved to be as the US safely qualify for the next round. They will face Japan in the quarterfinals after topping the group. For more on this, Ali Krieger joins us. Ali, obviously, we wondered whether or not they could keep the momentum going after that impressive victory against Germany. Did they?
Yes, absolutely. They had a perfect group stage moment, winning all 3 games. They were very threatening in the attack, and defensively they were very strong. I think they were very consistent as well throughout the 3 games, which is going to help them get that motivation against Japan to continue that success. Unfortunately, Sam Coffey obviously is suspended because of the yellow card accumulation, so that is, I think, going to hurt our midfield a little bit because she's been excellent in holding it down in there with Lindsey Horan and also Rose Lavelle. So that will be a slight change moving into this next game. But they have been excellent. There's an electric front 3. They've been scoring goals, and they've been having fun while doing it. So it's been really, really exciting to see that level.
Let's talk more about the front 3, shall we, Ali? None of the defence, when it comes to the opposition, will want to face any of these players because, as you say, they all seem to be gelling at exactly the right time.
Absolutely. I mean, the combination play, the unpredictability, the way that they're moving, even off the ball, getting into the right spaces, receiving the ball, facing forward, wanting to attack in the final third. I think these are all great qualities that we haven't seen from the United States attacking front 6 in a long time. And also the combination play out wide, the 2v1 situations, creating chances, picking out personnel in and around the box. I think that they have all of the keys in order to be a massive threat moving into this next game. And, you know, hopefully with the depth that the United States has, they will be able to fill the hole of Sam Coffey moving forward. Maybe Lindsey Horan could be an option there, or Emily Sonnet, and then you can have Casey Krieger kind of move into that left center back position, filling in for Tierna if Tierna cannot go, still recovering from injury. So with that being said, they are looking very, very good in the moment, and this is really exciting football to watch.
There were some eyebrows raised, obviously, when Emma Hayes announced the squad that would be going to France for the Olympics. It seems that she's been completely vindicated, certainly so far in those selections.
Yes, of course. I think, obviously, we have to wait and see, right? These games have been tough, but now it's when you have a must-win, and you have to show up, and you have to keep that consistent momentum going throughout the entire tournament. You know, players now have played a lot of minutes. They haven't rotated too much. In this last game versus Australia, they were able to get a few changes in to rest the legs that have been, playing, most of the tournament. But you have to continue this momentum moving into Japan. And, this isn't a team that you can, pick your foot up off the break. So this is definitely a game that's going to be massive for Emma and the team moving forward.
We'll talk about Japan. We'll get into that game in a moment. Let's talk about what else happened today, where Marta grabbed all the headlines for all the wrong reasons. The Brazilian veteran sent off in that 2-0 defeat against Spain. Spain have looked very good, haven't they, so far this campaign? Brazil do qualify, but obviously a big blow not having Marta going forward, Ali.
Yeah, this is a massive hit to Brazil. Obviously, they have had some inconsistency. Their lineup has changed, but this is a player who is the leader of their team. She carries the team on her shoulders. This is her last, big tournament, international tournament, and now that could have potentially been her last match ever on the international stage. And so it is very unfortunate for a player like this, one of the best players in the world, if not the best. She has been in 6 Olympics, 6 World Cups, has not yet won a gold medal in either of those. So this was definitely a tournament that she wanted to come into and really, make it known that she wanted to leave her imprint on the game. Not that it won't if she doesn't leave with a medal, but this was her last chance and her last opportunity. So hopefully against France, which will be a tough task for Brazil, that they can help her get to another game in the semifinal or final.
Yeah, but definitely Brazil will be underdogs going into that time. Meanwhile, no one wants to face Spain, do they, Ali, at the moment?
No, they have been brilliant. Obviously, you saw that against Brazil today, where Brazil kind of just sat in and took on the pressure of their possession-oriented game. This was, obviously they're so tactical and technical, and they thrive under that pressure too. I feel like they, work on a lot of their just passing patterns, and it doesn't faze them at all to have to build out of the back, to play through the midfield. They're breaking lines, and then they have, really great technical ability in tight areas, and it's just fun to watch. And so I can see them obviously make it into the final, and they've been playing brilliantly and as a team, and have had multiple complete performances.
So as impressive as Spain has been, as the US have been, obviously Marta getting sent off for Brazil, the big headline today belongs to Canada, because their 1-0 victory over Colombia means that they qualify from Group A. They go through to the knockout stages. And of course, the reason why this is such a big story is because this is a team that was deducted 6 points because of Spygate, because of the use of drones. Despite that punishment, though, they have made it through to the final 8. Imagine if they go all the way, Ali. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Obviously, I'm sad for the players. This wasn't their fault, right? They've worked their entire lives to be in these moments and on the world's biggest stage, right? So my heart goes out to them. But obviously, this is unfair. They should not be there. They should have been, on their way home and fined. The players, not specifically, but obviously the federation. And 6 points deduction is just not enough. This is a moment where FIFA and the Olympic Committee could have, made a real big statement, and I think that was a missed opportunity on their behalf. So I don't think the 6-point deduction is good enough, and I think now, you have other teams who have worked just as hard, if not harder, who haven't cheated, now going home, and that is really disruptive to the tournament, and it's disruptive to our sport and to the other teams who are in the Olympics as well.
Let's take a look then at how the bracket stands ahead of those quarterfinals. It will be France against Brazil, Spain to take on Colombia, the US against Japan, and it's Canada against Spain. All of these matches, as we saw today, will take place on the same day. All will take place on Saturday. Let's focus on the US against Japan. The US will go into this tie, no doubt about it, as favourites, as well as they should.
Yes, for sure. They can't take any team lightly. They are now, having this massive momentum and this motivation. They're gelling at the right time. They're playing great football together. They look like they're having fun. I think just the couple changes, the question mark would be Tierna Davidson coming back in, and then obviously who's going to fill the spot at Sam Coffey, who's been excellent in the number 6, holding down the midfield, being able to spray the ball. Defensively, she's been really strong, disrupting play, intercepting passes, and then on transition, being able to break lines and play forward, which has helped the attack tremendously in this tournament. So therefore, those are my 2 question marks. But then Japan is skillful, they're technical, they've proven that their mentality has shifted because they, were losing to Brazil 1-0 in the group stage game, and then ended up coming back in the end, scoring 2 goals to win that, moving into the Nigeria game, which then they won comfortably, which set them up to play against the US. So I can see their mentality has shifted, but I do think our advantage has always been against Japan, our physicality and our mentality as well, to get that matchup, and also set piece play, so defensively and offensively. And then our front 3 obviously have proven now, the past 3 games, they've been brilliant, they're unpredictable, they want to be on the ball, they're getting in good positions to face up and face forward and really create a lot of threats, which Japan will then have to find answers to, which I don't know if they have the caliber to do so as we speak.
Was that a kid shouting in the background, Ali?
Yeah. My kids are right upstairs having dinner right now. My little
Good.
ones are yelling why I'm not with them, but
no one
Mommy has to
noticed.
work
Don't worry. No one noticed. I thought it might have been Sebi
they're
in the
chiming
background.
in on their thoughts against Japan.